The 2012 MasterCard Memorial Cup was built up as a tight field. The 4 teams have taken that a step beyond. Edmonton beat Shawinigan. London topped St. John before Shawinigan took out London. There's no clear favorite at the round robin's halfway point. Everyone has a victory except the defending champions, who have been warned and fined through a winless start and are at the bottom of the standings. The Oil Kings tossed a high hard one at the hosts on opening night to establish its intentions. Edmonton won't be satisfied with the league title. Now, a sweep of the Q would tip the odds Alberta's way. It's time to answer the age-old question, king or dog? Who has its day? It's supposed to be the Queen's Day. Instead, a saint and a king attempt to upstage Victoria. Reigned over the Dominion for 40 years. By the way, goalies aren't the only ones needing SPF. Another scorcher in Shawinigan, but there's good news on the ice. More on that in just a moment. Inside, Jonathan Huberdeau was hot as anyone in that loss to London, but 2 days and a Dodge suspension later, the Sea Dogs captain will attempt to make amends tonight. The Western Hockey League champions wearing their poker faces. Now, each player, by the way, has a chip, and before the game, they put it on the logo in the dressing room. Significance? They are all in. Jump onto Twitter, hashtag SN Memorial Cup, and we will use your question and potentially give you a Sportsnet prize pack if we do. That's coming up in the first intermission. No questions about Kipper's global warming, though, okay? Here's Sébastien Goulet.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez maintenant, s'il vous plaît, vous lever, retirer chapeaux et casquettes pour l'interprétation de notre hymne national. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats and caps for the singing of our national anthem by Mademoiselle Marie-Alex Morin.
Au Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est ceint de fleurs glorieux, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we'd stand on God for thee. Oh, Canada, we'd stand on God for thee.
Charlie Coyle starts for the Sea Dogs up front. He was not happy with his performance in the opener. Let's go down to Rob Falls with the Oil King side.
Standing by with Griffin Reinhardt. Griffin, you've had a couple of days off. You ready to get back to work?
Yeah, for sure. We had a day off, completely off the ice the first day, and then yesterday back at it, and I think we're ready to go right now.
Tell me about your game plan against this, the defending, MasterCard Memorial Cup champions. What's the plan?
Yeah, same thing all year. We got to play our game and not worry about theirs. Just keep things simple.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Griffin Reinhardt, one of the big men on the blue line for the Edmonton Oil Kings. Our two big men, well, they're in the booth. Here's R.J. Broadhead and Sam Cosentino.
Thanks very much, Rob. Looking forward to Game 4 of the MasterCard Memorial Cup. A big one for St. John. They need a victory, and Edmonton could put themselves in a pretty good spot with a win. Starting goaltenders for St. John, they'll be the visitors. Matthew Corbet, property of the Columbus Blue Jackets, older-age player from Montreal, allowed 5 goals against London. 5 is the most he's allowed all season. That happened to him 5 times. For the Edmonton Oil Kings, it will be Laurent Brossoit, 19-year-old from Cloverdale, BC. He was the MVP in the WHL Championship Series, and he allowed 3 goals in that win over Shawinigan. You can enhance your TV experience during the MasterCard Memorial Cup. Visit Sportsnet.ca to watch live streaming of our robotic camera uninterrupted during play. And don't forget, stick around post-game for full analysis and live team media conferences. We'd also like to welcome our viewers in the U.S. watching on the NHL Network. And Sam, this one, you could call it a battle of heavyweights. St. John needs a win, so we will see what the defending champs have in store for us tonight.
Yeah, this should be fun. Both teams should be significantly better than they were in their Game 1 performances.
St. John right away fires it into the Edmonton end. There's the captain, Jonathan Huberdeau. Charlie Coyle, he's battling in there, but the Oil Kings come up with a puck. Jordan Petal, overage player, moves it out to center. Charles-Olivier Roussel, he was strong in that first game for St. John, one of their bright spots. Oswald plays it along the boards. That goes to Roussel. Didn't get much on that shot. It was blocked by Raczynski. Nathan Beaulieu. His pass, Zach Phillips had to knock it down waist high, and now the Oil Kings a chance to break out. Jordan Petal, he's alone. His team on a change. He'll chase after him. St. John, a crisp pass from Durapol. Now Zach Phillips, first round pick of the Minnesota Wild. That shot handled by Brossois. Gagne's low shot, that misses. Now Kristians Pelss, lead pass, knocked out of midair by Michael St. Croix. His shot stopped by Matthew Corbet.
Yeah, good chances at either end of the ice, and the surface looks to be pretty good here. Obviously just a minute 8 in, but still looks to be much better than it was at the start of the other games. And St. Croix with a good rush ends up hitting Corbet right in the chest, but nice transition, a beautiful pickup. That pass was about knee high. St. Croix knocked it down flat to create that opportunity for himself.
Stan Galiev, the reigning CHL Player of the Week, gets it up to Zach Phillips. He gets by a check from Reinhart. Phillips is a good playmaker. Tried to set up Galiev, and that shot went up over the net. Phillips led his team in assists in both the regular season and playoffs.
Very early indication. The crisp passes St. John is making, I mean, already looks better than they did the entire game against the host.
What a play by Griffin Reinhart in his own zone.
Against London, rather, that was, and that St. John lost.
Pelss battling along the boards, one of the imports for the Oil Kings. There's the other one, Martin Gernak. Gernak from Slovakia, Pelss from Latvia. They both scored in the opener for Edmonton. Stephen McCauley moves it up along the boards to Max Vilmaire. Vilmaire slides it ahead to the birthday boy, Ryan Teesink. St. John native, but it's just too far for him to get to, and it'll be an icing against St. John. Here are the keys to the game, brought to you by Irwin Tools. Irwin Tools invites you to celebrate National Tradesman Day on September 21st.
The frustration, the bad ice conditions, the St. John Sea Dogs, really, they just have to get over it. Start fresh here, and it looks as if that is going to be the case early on. And for Edmonton, things are back to normal now. You know, they won Sunday, they traveled in Wednesday, banquet, busy day Thursday with practices. They've had some time off. They went to Quebec City, did a little bowling. Now they had a real hard practice yesterday. They'll be ready to go tonight as well. Stéphane Legault, he assisted on the game winner in the opening contest for Edmonton. This line was really good for Derek Laxdal's team. There they come again. Legault has Henrik Samuelsson going to the net. Legault's shot is tipped up over the glass by Nathan Beaulieu. Well, you know, we stay in the same hotel as the St. John Sea Dogs, and we've seen Mike Kelly and Gerard Gallant over the last couple of days here, and boy, he has cooled down some. He was some kind of hot after that opening game performance against the London Knights, and just not happy with the way his team showed up, not happy with the officials. He let everybody have it, and I think he settled right back down and looks like he was raring and ready to go when we saw him earlier this morning. Tough staying at the same hotel yesterday when the whole team's out by the pool and we're in suits heading to the rink. Yeah. Little Sunday for the Dogs. Clark Wilson moved it down low. Now Ryan Teesink will have an opportunity. Couple of St. Louis draft picks on this line. Teesink and McCauley. Max Vilmaire digs it out of the corner. Jason Seed, low shot. That one's blocked. Travis Iwanek comes in over the line. Oilers drafted Iwanek. Get a good look at him playing with the Oil Kings. Didn't play much in the regular season. An injury limited to only 11 games in the regular season. He's already played more in the playoffs. Oddly enough, when he came back, they won the final 11 games of the regular season and then went on to win the first 11 games of the playoffs. So obviously, he's had an impact in the lineup. Jordan Petal comes barreling in on Ian Saab. Saab wraps it around. Huberdeau reaches for it, but Sutton are able to keep it in. And that one goes out of play.
Blue Jays baseball action. They're in Tampa Bay, and it's available now. Want to see a little baseball action? The Blue Jays and the Rays on Sportsnet 1.
Well, we've played 3:21 of this game. Each team has a shot. Edmonton at 1-0 in the MasterCard Memorial Cup, and the St. John Sea Dogs, the defending champs, 0-1.
And the two most vocal teams about the ice surface because they both feel that they're really highly skilled teams.
Well, here's a look at some of the skill from St. John. Volume making his way through center, just dumps it in. Battle tried to throw it in deep. Charlie Coyle knew that was going to happen. Came in on the forecheck immediately. Griffin Reinhardt, another good play in his own zone. TJ Foster from Slave Lake, Alberta. Can't get it past Beaulieu. Now Huberdeau turns and goes the other way. Paddle a stride offside as TJ Foster made that extra move at the line.
Jonathan Huberdeau trying to exert some physical presence early on. The Edmonton Oil Kings are coached by Derek Laxdal, and he's got quite a resume to his name, but he's been itching and raring and ready to go. Said, yeah, I enjoyed Quebec City, but you know what, it's time to get back after it. We skated the guys hard, and we expect a better performance out of our team, and that really says something when you're not at your best and you can still win.
Well, he's been great to deal with, and he has a lot of confidence in his hockey club, and rightfully so. His team put together a 22-win streak at one point in the season.
Won a Kelly Cup in the East Coast Hockey League with the Idaho Steelheads, and you're going to start to hear his name be mentioned for National Hockey League job openings.
Maxwell, a good pass, got it to St. Croix, tried to return feed to Maxwell, he wasn't there. Galiev flips it in. Keegan Lowe, son of Kevin Lowe, he's property of the Carolina Hurricanes. There's a shot from a sharp angle and scores. We have seen some weird goals, and there's another one. A sharp angle goal for St. John, and they strike first. Zach Phillips.
And a little drive-by against Laurent Brossois right after that, and starting to show some of that swagger that made them the best hockey team in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League this year. As the puck is around, Lowell sends it up the boards, but first on it is Zach Phillips. And what Phillips does here is a smart thing, because with that ring, Brossois gets over to the post, and he's there, he's in position, but the puck simply gets by him on the short side. Bad angle, short side. Maybe that's the kind of break the St. John Sea Dogs needed to get things going.
Well, they did score first in their opener against London. But this is their first even strength goal of this MasterCard Memorial Cup.
Brossois, I think the element of surprise got him there, because rather than cycle it down low as you might expect Phillips to do on that ring attempt, he instead goes to the net with it. And look at all the bodies in front. I mean, Brossois has a clear look at it. He just doesn't expect the puck to come to him. Not ready to handle that shot from Phillips, and it's 1-0.
Curtis Lazar, he just turned 17 in February. Just another one of those players scouts are really keeping an eye on for the 2013 draft.
When you're at this age and you're that good in 3 zones already, that really bodes well for a future. He's got a lot of confidence, but he's not cocky. I love this guy's game.
Charles-Olivier Roussel, overage defenseman. Nashville Predators have his rights. That shot was an offside as Galiev let it fly.
Yeah, and there's Curtis Lazar, and talked a little bit about him. You know, the Edmonton Oil Kings have done a really good job building from the draft on out, and Lazar is a big piece of that. Bob Green is the general manager, has plenty of experience in a role similar to that as the director of player personnel for the Medicine Hat Tigers for several years, and he has done a great job implementing a 5-year plan, and the fruition of that plan right here, the MasterCard Memorial Cup.
Yeah, not bad. 5 years and playing for a championship. Mark Wilson knocks that down, and a slow start as teams try to get going. Another offside.
Well, it's just so tough to kind of get things going, and you want to say to yourself as a team, as a coaching staff, that yes, we want to go out and do the things we did in the regular season, the things we did in the playoffs, but you're playing against a different style of team, a team that is unknown, and sometimes it's tough to go out and do what you want to do. A, because you're in an unfamiliar situation, but B, the other team doesn't always allow you to do that because they're a good hockey club as well.
Edmonton going with their same lineup that they won with against Shawinigan. Couple of changes for St. John. They're out there now. Couple of rookies. Devin Oliver Dares was number 12 and Oliver Cooper number 27. There's a penalty coming up, as I believe it was Oliver Dares tripped his man up, and that won't get him in the good graces.
And I think the Sea Dogs expected this to be a bit more of a physical contest, and so they decided to dress Dares and Cooper, who are guys not afraid to that style of play. But here, Dares just gets a little over exuberant on the backtrack, and just as this puck comes to the blue line, he ends up taking Iwanek down, and no question a penalty there, and a tough one to take on your first shift in the MasterCard Memorial Cup.
Edmonton on the power play was 0 for 2 against Shawinigan in their first game. You go back to that Portland series, and they're 1 for their last 22 with a man advantage, so they have been successful without getting much success on their power play.
But that streak, that kind of streak can't last forever. In these tight games, in these one-game situations, tournament-style formats, power plays are going to be key for whichever team comes out of this thing.
Gagne with a battle against St. Croix. Now Maxwell right back into the corner to St. Croix. Drafted by the New York Rangers. His pass off the stick of Stephen McCauley, and he was able to clear it out. Martin Gernack, he was the defense leader in points for Edmonton during the regular season and playoffs. That high one goes out of play, so the Oil Kings will have to start over.
Tonight's Power Plays brought to you by Rogers, creating world-leading internet experiences.
Well, that first unit getting changed up for Derek Laxdal's Oil Kings. It's now Pelss, Samuelson, and TJ Foster up front. And Mark Pesic with the puck now. He's paired on the blue line with Keegan Lowe. Pesic's pass to Pelss. Send it back to TJ Foster. Foster doesn't shoot. Around the net. Samuelson, a big body. He's the son of Alt Samuelson. Over to Keegan Lowe. Mark Pesic. Oil Kings working around well. Samuelson to Lowe. He's pinching in. Takes a shot with a rolling puck. Missed the net. Hard passes from the Oil Kings. Pelss sticks it loose. Pelss walks in. Tries to slide one in front, but Huberdeau was down and made sure that didn't get anywhere near the front of the net, and Corbet covered it.
The St. John Sea Dogs really ultra aggressive on that penalty kill, and Jonathan Huberdeau, Charlie Coyle, everybody out there all over the ice. It almost led to a breakdown there, but Corbet being so big, once he gets to the short side, gets down on his knees, he still covers a ton of net. So we'll see if St. John continues to be that aggressive here on the kill.
35 seconds to go on the power play. Pesic, a shot for Topic, scores! Deflected in front. Looks like Pelss got it, but right away St. John wants to get this one looked at for the high stick.
Yeah, no question. They're going to go upstairs and have a look at whether or not this was a high stick. Nicolas Detil is the referee here. And let's get another look at it. Right off the draw, puck comes towards the middle of the ice, and you can see Pelss just drop off from that spot. Now look at where his stick is. Boy, that's going to be real close. It goes right off the blade, and no question they're going to look at that as a high stick. I like how Pesic here just walks the line, gets into a good position. And this will be interesting to see. There it is right there. Let's have a listen.
We have goal on the ice.
How we doing? Okay, you guys talked and you have goal?
Yeah, we have goal.
Okay, can you just give me 1 second to look at a few replays here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just the determination as to where the stick was when it made contact with the puck. Is it up over that crossbar or not? There's Pelss. You can't get a better look at it than that. Great hand-eye coordination.
Hey, Nick?
Yeah?
We, 26 tips this, but we are inconclusive as to whether it's above the height of the crossbar, so we're going to go with the call on the ice.
Okay, that's a goal.
You have a good goal.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Nick. Good call.
This game's even.
You got to love it, guys. You have to love being privy to that conversation. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's the communication. And you know what? Nicolas Detil probably felt a little gun-shy going upstairs for the call. He was involved in the controversy we saw here on opening night. And so This one, the conversation very clear, succinct. They get the call right. They say upstairs, hey, we can't make a conclusive decision as to whether or not the stick was above the crossbar, so the call on the ice stands. Pretty simple. Good job by the officials, both off the ice and on the ice. We're tied at 1.
Oilers draft pick Kristians Pelss from Latvia gets his second goal of the MasterCard Memorial Cup, and this one evens the game at 1. Jason Seed, he has no time to waste behind his own goal. Has Samuelson in on the forecheck, and Legault takes it from him. Legault walks in. There's a shot, and that missed high, far side. Curtis Lazar, he's bumped along the boards. Legault trying to cut in front. Samuelson's there. He pokes at it. Messick, he lofts one up high.
Inspiration on that goal by Pelss. Edmonton with a great bump-up shift after the goal.
Well, this line's been pretty good every time they've been out there, even against Shawinigan, and then they're dominating so far tonight. Look at Henrik Samuelsson. That's a pretty good move. They're going up against Galiev, Yurko, and Phillips. Phillips has gone to the bench for a change. Galiev can't get to the net. Yurko off his skate. Loose puck until Sautner was able to get it to the corner. Danik Gauthier. Galiev. Gauthier has his stick lifted. TJ Foster heads back behind his own goal.
Griffin Reinhart, what a great play. He lost positioning, but still strong enough with the stick lift.
We've seen a few good plays in his own zone. He had a big goal in game 1, too. Scouts don't have to wait a year to pick Griffin Reinhart. He's in it this year, and right now ranked 10th among North American skaters.
Yeah, and that's grown on, his game has grown on scouts as this year has continued on, and I think a good showing here, very much like the one in game 1, will even help that draft stock rise even further.
Charlie Coyle tried to take that quick feed from Huberdeau. Huberdeau quickly got that puck back. Coyle's in front of the net. Huberdeau in the corner. Sautner trying to dig that puck away from him. Griffin Reinhart and Charlie Coyle. That should be a fun battle to watch. Coyle coming out of the corner. Shot from Gagne. That's off a skate. Huberdeau behind the net. Little something growing here for St. John, and Brossoit was there. Zach Phillips started the scoring, and Kristians Pelss has evened it up.
Behind the Edmonton bench with Derek Laxdal, you were able to get the equalizer, but it was a very simple message you gave your forwards: get the feet moving.
Get the feet moving here. We're kind of watching to see what's going to happen when we get the puck on his stick. We've got to be skating into the puck with a little bit of speed here.
Are you happy with the intensity? Then a couple of days off, you get back to work. Do you like the work ethic of the boys?
Yeah, they're working hard now. It's a little bit of a feel-out process, but the intensity starting to pick up here shift by shift.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Rob.
Tied at 1 right now in the first period.
Yeah, and it started to pick up after that Pelss goal. You could see the collective confidence for this Edmonton team really start to rise. And, you know, Derek Laxdal said, we haven't had a practice like we did yesterday in a long time. Surely not in the Portland series, but before that, it has been a little while, just because in the playoffs you can't go with that kind of intensity. But that allowed this Edmonton Oil Kings team to really feel as if they were settled in here in Shawinigan.
The referee's talking to both coaches. Gerard Gallant's chat just finished up. We're ready to go. Stephen McCauley won the face-off. Side of the net. Brossoit reaching for it. McCauley has it. Keesing spins, fires. Brossoit. The crowd reacted. He didn't have a stick. He was able to redirect it to the corner, though.
Went right through him. Just not seeing the puck well right now. Funny, we said that about Brossoit in the first game, especially at the other end of the ice. A lot of those glove saves weren't clean. They were bouncing off his gloves. Didn't seem like he was seeing the puck well. And maybe this is one of those buildings for Brossoit where the lighting is a bit of an issue, because this puck rolls right through his crease, somehow between his pads and when he's down and out the other side.
Well, both times on that glove side, he's had the issue. Let the goal in, and then right there.
The Phillips goal first, and then here off the draw, you'll see it. There, he thinks he's got a pin. The puck comes free, and now he's there. And look at this. This is a perfect view of it. It actually goes right down and squeezes kind of underneath the front of that right pad and out the other side. He's lucky that one didn't get by him.
Jason Seed off the face-off, touches the puck. The whistle goes, and St. John's taking another penalty.
Guess who's out there to draw it? Mitchell Mraz, and he has been one of those guys who's become a real pain in the rear end to play against. Left side of your screen, you'll see Saab just try and cut Mraz off at the pass. A little hold, a little interference, and just trying to gain position off the draw. For Saab, he goes to the box, and for Mraz, he does his thing. He goes out for a face-off, draws the penalty, and says, all right, guys, let's let the power play take over.
Well, power play is 1-for-1. Mraz had a scrap in the opening game against Shawinigan, took on Dylan Donnelly, and Ian Saab, he's the penalty minute leader for St. John. He'll just have 2 added to his total. Mark Pasick, big shot, that's blocked by McCauley and comes outside the line. Henrik Samuelsson. Cross ice pass. Pasick will lead this rush. Bouncing puck. He gets to it. Backhands one on Corbet, and he snatches it out of midair.
Corbet with the stoppage. And, you know, there was 3 key acquisitions made by Bob Green throughout the course of the year, and this one didn't cost him anything. It was Henrik Samuelsson who was on their import list. And in speaking with agents and officials, he was playing for his father Ulf, but bouncing back and forth between the Swedish Elite League and their 2nd division, and felt that maybe it would be better if he came to North America to hone his skills. I think it's the right decision. He's been a perfect, and I mean a perfect fit for this Edmonton team.
Minute and a half to go on the power play. Martin Garnett starts from behind his own goal. Garnett's property of the Edmonton Oilers. Leads it for Griffin Reinhart. Boyle trying to dig for that puck. Huberdeau's there. Reinhart keeps it in, gets it over the open side. That pass just out of Lazar's reach. Sharp angle shot, and Sell stopped it with his skate. Boyle didn't know where it was. Huberdeau had blown the zone. He was looking for the pass.
It might have been dangerous if Boyle had been able to find that puck.
55 seconds to go in the power play. Brossoit couldn't stop that puck behind his own goal. Bounced over his stick.
He looks out of sorts. It's funny what this tournament can do to you, though. We've seen Michael Hauser all year, who's been brilliant, and he's been just pedestrian in this event. Laurent Brossoit, same thing. MVP of the WHL playoffs, and he too has looked somewhat pedestrian in his early showing.
Well, even Corbet, 1 or 2 in all statistical categories in the QMJHL in regular season and playoffs. He allowed 5 in his first game.
Can't replicate the pressure of the MasterCard Memorial Cup anywhere else in the regular season and in the playoffs in your respective league.
Janet Gauthier trying to get by Keegan Lowe. Did a good job to get his body in front of him. 17 seconds remaining in this power play, and the Oil Kings have a long way to go to get another chance.
And there's another look at Brossoit. And, you know, we talked to John Garrett a little bit off air about it, that there's just some buildings that you have trouble seeing the puck in. Based on what we've seen in the first game and half a period here, this may be one of those buildings for Brossoit.
Ashton Sotner moves it over to Mark Pasick. Pasick picks up speed. That pass is off a skate, and that should about do it for the power play. Sotner, the 17-year-old rookie, moves it ahead. Puck stolen at center by Zach Phillips, the goal scorer for St. John. Saab's back on the ice. Sea Dogs back at full strength. Kristians Pelss gives it to Samuelsson. Knocked away from him. Sotner sends it back in the corner. Reinhart will pinch in. Now he'll back off. That gives Galiev time to make the play ahead to Yurko. Reinhart trying to get back into the play. It gets through to Phillips, but just got under his stick. Phillips trying to cut to the front of the net. That pass, he was looking for Beaulieu, and Beaulieu was in deeper. Nathan Beaulieu, first-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens, over to Roussel. Time for a change for St. John. Griffin Reinhart moves it ahead to Mitch Mraz. He knocks over Jason Seed. Barreling in Zwanich. They get it inside the St. John zone. Sotner flying in from the point. You could hear him hollering to Clark Wilson. Wilson took it anyway. Threw it in front. Garnett's pass. Zwanich sends it right toward his own goal.
Big long shift for Galiev. He's out there now with the 2 young guys in Kelly and Oliver Derrick.
Corbet holds it for his defenseman Seed. Under 7 minutes to go in this first period. We're tied at 1, shots 4 apiece. Even opening frame. The WHL champs and the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League champions. Edmonton coming into this one in better shape, though. They have a win under their belt at the MasterCard Memorial Cup. Bernat's quick pass. Now here come the Oil Kings. Jordan Pettle, overager from Elbow, Saskatchewan, takes a bump along the boards. He's out there with Brett Raczynski, another overage player. This has been a heart and soul line for the Edmonton Oil Kings. Raczynski has it. Raczynski had 27 goals during the regular season. Trying to find a chance to shoot the puck, and they'll have to kill off a penalty. Stick knocked out of the hands. Lots going on. St. John's going to the power play, though. MasterCard Memorial Cup top scorers brought to you by Prestone. Visit www.prestone.com to enter Prestone Skate with a Hockey Star contest.
A couple cats leading the way. Michael Chaput has been absolutely brilliant. So too is Brandon Gormley for the Cataracts. Seth Griffith of the London Knights. No surprise there. He just keeps on producing. Austin Watson, you go down the list there, and Charles-Olivier Roussel on that graphic as well. And just a simple little pick set by Pettle. And gets called. Off he goes for interference.
St. John's first chance on the power play in this game. They were 1 for 5 against London. Only have 2 power play goals in their last 5 games. That dates back to the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League Championship Series. Right away, Edmonton gets possession and sends it down. Lots of firepower out there for St. John. Charlie Coyle, one of those guys. He was averaging 2 points per game in the Q playoffs.
And rather silent in that first game. And we talked during Sportsnet Connected about the top 6 guys needing a better performance for St. John tonight.
That one went up in the air. Beaulieu lost sight of it for a moment. Kristians Pelss is in there, trying to get around Roussel. He's knocked down. Now he'll have to hightail it to get back. And Pelss is almost in position to pick that pass up. Huberdeau over the line, and another turnover, and that allows Edmonton to send it down. First minute of this Sea Dogs power play, not much happening.
Good up ice pressure there by Foster, sends him back on a couple of occasions for the regroup.
Beaulieu leaves it for Zach Phillips. They'll bring it in over the line. That pass into the skates. Again, Edmonton sends it out.
You know, St. John is used to having a little more time and space, and Edmonton, with all the gifted players it has in defense, would keep those gaps tight and not allowing St. John that kind of space that they like to have.
Griffin Reinhardt, a couple of cracks at it to get it out, and that scrum in front of him, he just can't get a puck through. Durapo coming in from the point, but it was Galiev that took the puck, took the shot. Galiev again. Over to Yurko. There's a high one, and that's clubbed by Brossoit.
A good stop there by Brossoit. He saw that one cleanly, no doubt about it. And here is the numbers from that game against London on Saturday of the top 6 forwards that make up arguably the 2 best lines in the Canadian Hockey League. Tough night. Huberdeau getting all frustrated, rattled, 6 minutes in penalties. Had a shorthanded goal that was really a fluky one. And so that group's going to need to be much better here tonight.
Edmonton's penalty kill rock solid. Final few seconds. Pettle is up, and now he's back on the ice. Mark Pesek looks ahead, and Durapo picks that one off, leaves it for Stephen McCauley. McCauley will take a hit from Lazard. Now Gagne, he's bumped by Samuelson. Big Henrik Samuelson comes out of his own zone with him. Curtis Lazar, a little bit of room to skate. Lazar from Vernon, BC. That shot handled by Corbet. That one's lofted up, and it will go into that Sea Dogs bench. Nothing doing on the Sea Dogs power play. We're still locked at 1-1.
Inside Centre Bionest in Shawinigan with Mike Craig, who's been called in as an ice consultant. Mike, you spoke to all the commissioners. What did you tell them about the ice, and what kind of recommendations did you give the staff here at Centre Bionest?
First of all, we did a big assessment of the building today. Worked really closely with the staff. We made a few changes to the building today. Really tried to keep everything contained, all the heating or all the cooling that's happening. Try to keep it contained within the building and try not to let any of the warm air that's out there come inside.
Now, do you figure, as you've been watching, I keep watching you take a look over your shoulder here, have those recommendations worked out? Do things seem to be holding up?
Yeah, I think so. So far, we're in pretty good shape. So might get a little bit warm by the end, but I think for right now, we've set ourselves up fairly well for today. So
the key then is with the heat and the humidity is trying to control that best as possible, but you can't fight Mother Nature.
No, it's definitely warm out there, so we're doing the best we can, for sure.
Mike, I'll let you back to work. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
It was a great call on the CHL's part to get that figured out. I mean, you have the greatest showcase of the greatest junior age players in the world. You want to see them be able to do what they're best at, and it is better tonight so far, no question about it.
Roussel turns on the Jets, decides to skate it out of his own end. Lofts it in, Brossois takes a look. Oh, that one picked off by McCauley. Now Griffin Reinhart reacts like he got a high stick. Referees aren't calling anything. Have to get your stick up pretty high to get it into his face. Sautner to Legault. That one under the stick of Samuelson. That's okay. Lazar's flying after it. He's crunched up against the boards by Beaulieu, but keeps on going. Now a big hit from Roussel. He's right back up.
Don't worry about Lazar. He'll get right back up. This kid is tough.
When he laid into Beaulieu. Max Villemare. He's bumped by Samuelson. Turned over. Lazar, tail end of this shift, didn't have much left in the tank.
Yeah, he was one right out. Two big bumps, threw one himself, said, all right, I can't control the puck now. I got to get to the bench.
Beaulieu tried to walk around Kristians Pelss and couldn't do it. Bouncing puck, this could be icing. Coyle did all he could to get to it before the goal line, but not quite enough.
Curtis Lazar back on the bench now and getting some well-needed rest after a tough shift. Beaulieu gets him there, and then Roussel has him in the tracks. But watch him get right back up, and as play goes back into the corner, he would re-deliver the hit to Roussel. Not quite with that same force, but nonetheless, good, clean body checks. Guys all over the place. That's the way you like to see it played.
2:02 to go here in the first. Scores tied at 1. Shots are tied at 6. Not much to be decided between these two teams so far. Zach Phillips will go into his own end, leaves it for Pierre Durapeau. Just like that, the Sea Dogs are out of their own zone, and Charlie Coyle's in full flight. Going wide on Pesek. Coyle trying to cut to the net, and Pesek took it right off his stick. Now Huberdeau steals a puck. Pesek's back there to calm things down for the Oil Kings.
That's the type of plays Huberdeau makes. Good on the back track, hard on the puck.
Durapeau's pass. P.J. Foster will take over. Corbet. Looked like he was going to have a little bit of trouble back there. No damage done. Durapeau and Gagne. So solid back there for the Sea Dogs all season long. Griffin Reinhart read that play. Oil Kings sent it back into the St. John zone.
Well, the Edmonton defense really prepared for what they're seeing. Those long passes off the boards that go from the St. John defenseman to the forwards. They're right in the middle of it, stepping up in the neutral zone to pick off a lot of those passes.
Pelss lofts one ahead for Maxwell. Roussel sends it the other way. Danik Gauthier walks in. Just as he was about to shoot, Griffin Reinhart got a stick on his stick and didn't get much on it.
Yeah, he forced that shot wide. I mean, Reinhart, great closing ability, no panic in his game whatsoever.
Pelss avoids a couple of hits along the boards, gets it just outside the line. Bernat with that long reach, pulls it away from Galliat. Final 30 seconds of the period. Beaulieu speeds in over that Edmonton line. It's a delayed offside as Bernat circles back.
Yeah, frustrated. See, that's the type of penalties you can't take. Nathan Beaulieu with the slash there, frustrated because he wasn't able to complete the play in the offensive zone.
Delayed penalty coming up to St. John, and there's the whistle. 11.5 seconds to go here in the first, so a small amount of time for Edmonton to try to get one before the end of the period, but if it carries over, there's plenty of time in the second.
Yeah, and that's the type of frustrated penalty you simply can't take. I mean, you're in a position, it's not an absolute must-win, but you don't like your chances if you're down 0-2. And there he just hacks Gernat. I mean, it's not even part of the play to try and turn the puck over. That's just simply, I'm on a flyby out of the zone. I'll give the guy a whack because I'm ticked off. I couldn't get across the line. You can't take those type of penalties. Gerard Gallant looking on and watching his club have to play a man short here for the final 11.5 seconds. Surely plenty of time to get something done if you're the Oil Kings.
Well, Samuelson's been great on the faceoffs, hasn't lost one yet. This is a big draw. Coyle and Samuelson, both guys extremely good on the draw. And they'll try to redirect the other. Bit of a stalemate there. Oil Kings take possession. Pesic in his skates couldn't get a shot away. 5 seconds to go. Huberdeau circling back, a shot. Corbet stopped it with his blocker, and it dropped right there in the dying seconds of the period. That was a little testy.
He tried to get a little too cute, Huberdeau. That puck needs to get out of the zone.
Well, a very even first period between the Edmonton Oil Kings and the St. John Sea Dogs. But the Oil Kings, they got a little time to work on this power play strategy for the second. Let's go to the panel. Here's Darren, Nick, and John.
Not too often the St. John Sea Dogs have found themselves in last place in a tournament or league play. When they came out for the first period tonight, was that what you expected, though?
Well, not really, and especially when they had the man advantage. I thought that this would be one of those games where they would really take charge, make good plays. Ice is a little better, and that's one of the things that favors them. But they're just not thinking a good game either. Look at the penalties they've taken.
Zach Phillips' line came out a little hungrier. Galiev, Yurko looked like early they were skating a lot better, but right now they're still not getting enough out of Huberdeau and Coyle, especially as you mentioned on the power play.
4 periods in, still waiting for St. John to hit stride, and Edmonton holding their own against the defending champions. Coming up, Kevin Lowe, the Oilers president of hockey operations and proud hockey dad, joins the panel on Sportsnet. Very significant result tonight for the Edmonton Oil Kings, because after this, every team has 1 game left. Edmonton will play on back-to-back nights, going against the London Knights tomorrow. London already checking in with a 1-1 record. London won their opener but lost on the second half of that back-to-back. We'll see what kind of energy the Edmonton Oil Kings have as they move forward tonight. Real distinction here. They can be 2-0 or 1-1 in that 4-way ties. We send you down to Rob Baltz.
With Zach Phillips of the St. John Sea Dogs. Zach, it wasn't a pretty goal, but it got you on the board early.
Yeah, it's our game plan is to throw as many pucks as we can and get to the net and work hard. So got on the side there. I thought I might catch him off guard or at least get a rebound, and luckily it went in.
Are these guys frustrating you at all, or pretty much what you expected when you got the scouting report?
Pretty much what we expected. They're trapping, they're playing well, and they're getting on the loose pucks, and they're battling hard. So we just got to make sure we keep chipping it and getting on them fast.
Thanks very much.
No problem.
Zach Phillips, he's got the St. John goal. It's 1-1. Ready now for the call of the second period. Here's RJ and Sam.
Thanks, Rob. The play of the first period brought to you by OK Tire. Honestly driven.
Well, we'll go to the Edmonton Oil Kings on the power play. It all starts with a face-off win. Samuelson, brilliant in the circle all period long. Gets it back to the point. Pesic moves it towards the middle of the ice. And Kristians Pelss, perfect on the deflection, knocks it down past Corbet and in. They did have a video review of that goal, but inconclusive. And so Pelss ends up tying the game in the Edmonton power play.
St. John has scored first in both of their games of the MasterCard Memorial Cup. It didn't work out for them in Game 1 against London. Edmonton has evened things up, and Edmonton starts this second period on the power play. 1:40 to go with a man advantage. That one just comes outside the line. Mark Pesic, he was strong in the first in both ends of the ice. Captain, draft pick of the Buffalo Sabres. Gets it to Keegan Lowe. You heard from Kevin Lowe in the intermission. Proud of his boy, and he should be.
He's going to be a good player. I mean, part of a really deep defensive core here for the Edmonton Oil Kings. Best in the tournament, I think, 1 through 6.
Well, they've looked good tonight so far. Griffin Reinhart certainly hasn't hurt his draft status. Henrik Samuelsson drops it off to Pesic. He'll send it in deep. There's Kristians Pelss. Puck loose. Corbet with that long reach pokes it to the corner. Jay Foster, his pass out of the reach of Lowe. Battle there by McCauley just to get that puck to the neutral zone. Huberdeau moves it inside the Edmonton end. 45 seconds to go in this power play. Pesek has seen about enough of Stephen McCauley skating in front of him, so he made that pass ahead. We'll try it again. Keegan Lowe a little bit of skating room. Oh, it is a battle just to get the puck out there.
That's good strategy by St. John. A little up ice pressure and protecting the line, not allowing Edmonton any chance to get into the zone.
Martin Garnett with 15 seconds to go starts from his own zone. Lead pass through center. Michael St. Croix reaches for it, sent right out by Jason Seed. Maybe one chance here. Lazar cross ice. Tyler Maxwell. There's a shot stopped by Corbet, and he hangs on with 1 second to go in the Beaulieu penalty.
We talk about two teams coming into this tournament being young teams, and those are the Edmonton Oil Kings and the London Knights. Look at the draft eligible players, a couple of high-end defensemen leading the way in Ole Mata for London and Griffin Reinhardt. And as you go down the list, here's the guys the guys that I think are good two-way players, tough, big physical guys. You got Moroz, Samuelson, Sautner. I love that group of three, and I think both Moroz and Samuelson will end up going higher than what their ratings currently indicate.
Charlie Coyle lead pass. Beaulieu's up there. Beaulieu's walking in. Spins the pass over to Yurko. There's a shot from Coyle, and he missed the net. Beaulieu waiting, takes a shot. That's off a stick. And Travis Iwanek is tripped up as he comes out of his own zone. No penalty.
Yurko looked up as if he was going to get one.
Now there's a collision behind the play. Moroz and Galiev. Galiev now in the corner. Yurko moves it back to Seed. That puck gets away from him. Sea Dogs will have to try it again.
Both teams really playing their 5-6 defensemen a lot more than what we've seen from each of them in game one.
Well, we expected that from the Oil Kings. They'll be playing on back-to-back nights. They go again tomorrow night against the OHL champs London. Yurko can't get a shot.
See, there's a little bit of the difference right there. During the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, Yurko's probably able to take that extra space there. In this type of game against Edmonton, that puck's got to get right to the net.
Ryan T-Sink is crushed by Griffin Reinhardt. Not from the line. That doesn't get through to the net. Oil Kings starting to do the shot blocking. Galiev has Sautner close quarters with him. Galiev at the line. Beaulieu takes the shot. Zach Phillips, quick pass. Goes right through everyone. There's some confidence with the puck and confidence in one of the overagers, Jordan Peddle. What a war to get out of his own zone with Phillips hacking and whacking at him. Peddle circles the net. Corbet stood his ground. Mark Pesek leaves it in the corner. Brett Raczynski bumped off the puck. Jordan Peddle chases after it. Max Vilmer a chance to clear. Pesek backs off.
Offside! Offside! Offside!
Good communication by the officials. You can hear it. Offside, offside.
Peddle's long shot on a long shift. It was offside.
This Griffin Reinhardt is an absolute stud. Look at this guy. Watch what he does here. Beaulieu's on a break. He chases him down, and then he spins and takes the pass away on the Beaulieu spin. And then he continues with some good physical play. Knocks T-Sink over. I mean, overmatched there in size for sure. Griffin Reinhardt really making scouts drool. And you have to wonder, the Edmonton Oilers have that first overall pick. They've seen this guy enough that maybe they just trade down a couple of spots, pick up a second or third round pick and get Reinhardt.
Gauthier comes in and hits the post. Danik Gauthier had 47 goals during the regular season. He led the Sea Dogs in goal scoring. Came close there. He's a guy who has to get going for them. Huberdeau, there's a shot stopped by Brossoit. Reinhardt right there to gather in the rebound. Ahead to Legault. He takes a bump from Huberdeau and leaves it for Lazar. Lazar, he's turned 17. Coyle just turned and sent Huberdeau. Huberdeau's got a stride on Griffin Reinhardt. Huberdeau's in, scores! That's a goal! Jonathan Huberdeau on the breakaway.
Much more of the effort. In game one, had the St. John Sea Dogs hit a post, they'd have given up. But here, instead, Gauthier hits the post, His line stays out there, and they continue to forge forward. And you have to love this pass by Coyle right to Huberdeau. Huberdeau has a step and does magic with the stick to get it by Brossoit. And the two guys we talked about of that group of 6, Coyle and Huberdeau, getting involved, doing what they do best, providing offense for the St. John Sea Dogs.
That is Jonathan Huberdeau at his best right there. You give him chances like that, and he will put it exactly where he put that. Yurko from a sharp angle tests Brossoit, and now maybe a little jump in the step of the defending champs.
To me, that was just a good sign of persistence for St. John. You know, you hit the post, you can get frustrated again, you can start tapping your stick. Instead, nope, just a calm, cool game. Let's transition from the neutral zone. Spot Huberdeau with a step on the defenseman, send him in alone, and allow the big guy to finish it off.
St. Croix and Phillips on the face-off. Phillips wins. Galiev a shot right off that draw. Tasks Brossoit.
6-5 shots on goal in the first period. The team's combining for just 11 now. It looks like there's a little more offense being created by both sides here in period number 2.
Derek Laxdal changing his forward lines.
He said he didn't want to get too caught up in the matchups. I mean, he does have last change here, but you start worrying about that, and then your top guys end up losing shifts if you're so concerned about the matchups.
Well, that coaching move worked out okay. Wilson, Miraz, and Iwanek able to win the faceoff, get it out, but it's coming right back in their hands. Zach Phillips was a stride offside.
Make sure you visit sportsnet.ca for complete coverage of the MasterCard Memorial Cup with that young man. That's Patrick King. He's got daily reports, he's got live post-game, and we will talk to him at the end of this game. We'll be streaming live on sportsnet.ca. Yeah, he's getting a little TV time, Patrick King.
Great job by the Kinger and .ca.
Well, he's right there with us. Morning skates, every game, every post game. Doing a great job.
One-man band.
Sets these games up well on sportsnet.ca as well. If you ever want a little preview to the contest, all the information's right there at sportsnet.ca.
Worked with them all season long through the Friday Night Hockey, the Skype chats, and we'll be collaborating a little bit on the National Hockey League draft once the MasterCard Memorial Cup comes to an end.
Well, it's been a good period for the Sea Dogs. They killed off a penalty early on, and Jonathan Huberdeau has scored on the power play, or on a breakaway rather, not on the power play, to make it 2-1 for St. John. Mitch Miraz, his pass, Mark Wilson. Winnipeg side in as a free agent. Put that one on goal. Corbet directed it to the corner and right back out. Bouncing puck. That forces Ryan Deck. Fell down, got right back up, made the pass, turned over. Yurko, his shot, that one's blocked. Yurko still has it. Roussel over to Beaulieu. Beaulieu walks around the dive of Wilson. One stop, another stop by Brossoit. And then he spreads out to make sure that puck stayed under him.
And Galiev knew that Brossoit didn't know where it was, so he went hard to the net after he got knocked on his can. But a good job here in the forecheck by the St. John Sea Dogs. Keeping a puck alive in the offensive zone turns into a good opportunity. Nathan Beaulieu with a nice walk around. As Clark Wilson comes out to block the shot, that's what creates all the trouble. Rebound there, Yurko gets the second chance opportunity. Galiev looking for the third, but it just wasn't available.
Sea Dogs starting to elevate their game a little bit. Can the Oil Kings answer? Stéphane Legault, this is the line that's been so good for Edmonton so far at this MasterCard Memorial Cup. Ryan T. Sink celebrating his 19th birthday, leaves it for Maxville Mayor. T. Sink behind the net. Bill Mayer, he's knocked down. Penalty coming up to the Oil Kings. This third line of St. John draws a penalty. And St. John will get their second opportunity on the man advantage. Probably see this man when we come back.
As St. John prepares for a power play behind the bench with Gerard Gallant. Coach, I know you weren't happy with your team's compete level in game one. What's your feeling tonight?
I wasn't too happy with the first period either, but we really came out in the second period and we're playing a lot harder and a lot better right now.
What are you trying to do? Really use your the skills that you've got, your speed, and I guess the skills of your high-end players?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we talk about moving the puck up the ice. We can't get too fancy. D to D and get it up the ice. That's the key for us.
Thanks very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Ready to go. It's a power play for St. John. They've got a 1-goal lead.
Legault on the trip, and this is as a result of a good forecheck. Villemere spins to avoid Legault and ends up knocking him down. But about 20 seconds earlier than that, it was good pressure on the cycle by St. John.
There is some firepower out right now for the Sea Dogs. Huberdeau, a 30-goal scorer. Gauthier at 47. Boyle, you combine his regular season and postseason, he's got 30. Beaulieu led the defense corps in scoring. Charles-Olivier Roussel, he scored in game one of the MasterCard Memorial Cup, so these penalty killers of the Oil Kings have their hands full. No problem so far, though. Roussel, head to Coyle, bouncing puck. Gauthier knocks it down. Over to Roussel. Takes a look. Beaulieu, he's not going to shoot it. There's Gauthier. Right back to Beaulieu. There's the shot. Blockered aside by Brossoit. Peddle, chance to clear. Coyle kept it in. Huberdeau has it now. Another chance for Peddle, and he will send it down the ice. Pretty good angle, too, to kill off a few extra seconds. Nathan Beaulieu in full flight. Did not stop behind his net. Rifles it around the glass. Brossoit can't get out, and it goes right to Charlie Coyle. Huberdeau waits for it behind the net. Spins away from Sautner. Still has it. Roussel pinches down. Foster trying to knock that puck from him. Huberdeau steals it. Huberdeau is Pelss watching him. Pass back to Beaulieu. Beaulieu stick handling, walking in. So much patience with the puck. Threw it into the corner. Gernat takes a hard hit from Roussel. Good enough to get the puck out though.
Gernat checking to see if he was cut.
Gauthier speeds in over the line. That one's stolen by the Oil Kings, and Pelss will send it down the ice.
Gauthier's father just finished playing professionally. He was playing in the Austrian second league as a player coach. The old Reggie Dunlop of the Austrian league.
Final second of the power play. So Stéphane Legault back out there for the Oil Kings. Yurko makes the pass to himself, got a shot away. Brossoit trying to gather in that rebound and finds it.
There's some of that skill coming to the fore once again. As things get a little bit anxious afterwards. Lowe didn't like how Yurko came down the ice, so he'll let him know about it. And Yurko said, hey, I got it to the net, didn't I? And here it comes now. And Yurko with those good stick skills bounces it up to himself between the legs. Getting by the younger Curtis Lazar. And so Lowe sticking up for his younger teammate.
Off the face-off, a shot from Yurko. That one missed, and it'll come all the way out to the red line. Henrik Samuelsson, tough to knock off the puck. Knocks that one into the St. John end. Kasich, there's a shot. Stéphane Legault threw it in front. Spin by Samuelsson. Lazar shoots, and he missed that blocker side.
How strong is Samuelsson? Oh, man, he's got man strength already.
That puck came in front. Gagne was there. Phillips is down in his own zone. He's still down as Galiev walks in, takes a shot. The puck's loose. Another chance. Yurko got the shot, and Brossoit made the save. Phillips is hurt as he makes his way to the bench.
Yurko will have some difficulty, too, after that big bump by Samuelsson.
Lazar tries a shot. Samuelsson was there, and they say that's a glove pass.
It's starting to pick up down there, and Phillips played the 2011 MasterCard Memorial Cup basically with one shoulder, but he was absolutely brilliant, and I think his performance there helped them to be a first-round selection by the Minnesota Wild last year. And look at both Galiev and Yurko, and then Yurko takes a huge bump from Samuelsson, and earlier here's Phillips getting involved, and why he is sore. He and Lazar get tied up, and you can see him grab that right hamstring. Yeah, and he's limping and walking very gingerly down the runway towards that St. John bench. And the way he kind of braced himself, you don't like the way that looks.
Yeah, that left leg got hit pretty solidly there. Ryan Deck, he sees a wave of white sweaters coming in at him. Weathered that storm. Puck's not out though. McCauley, relentless. McCauley's from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, St. Louis Blues draft pick. Look at him work along the boards. All he needed was a skate
and a lunchbox.
St. Croix will have to hurry. Saab's pinching in on him. St. Croix trying to dig that puck loose. St. Croix was the Oil Kings leader in goals, assists, and points during the regular season. They need a big game from him. Sink down to Villemare. This third line again, causing problems, cycling the puck. Pelss moves it ahead to Tyler Maxwell. Hard pass. Garnett's in on the play. Tried to get it back to Maxwell in front, knocked away by Seed. St. Croix and Maxwell in tight quarters, and that gives Ian Saab a little bit of time.
Yeah, I like the way this 5-6 pairing has been used by Gerard Gallant. Seed and Saab getting a lot more ice here tonight. They've been responsible. They've been pretty good.
Reinhart takes a bump from Coyle. Huberdeau tries to walk in, and Griffin Reinhart winds up with a puck. Jonathan Huberdeau, his pass. That one stolen by Raczynski, and they call it on the offside. Peddle will argue his case. It's still going to be 2-1 Sea Dogs when we come back.
Jack Brodsky is the owner and governor of the Saskatoon Blades, but is here for another reason as you get ready to host the 2013 MasterCard Memorial Cup in Saskatoon. Are you ready for it? Have you been taking lots of notes?
We've been taking lots of notes. They're doing an outstanding job here, and the host committee has been very hospitable to our group, and we've learned a lot and written a lot of stuff down, and going to take all that back now and work it through our host committee and see if we can put this thing together for ourselves.
You know, Jack, the first weekend here in Shawinigan was Western weekend, and you guys are going to have a, Western hospitality almost everywhere.
Yeah, we've hosted a lot of events in Saskatoon and in Saskatchewan, and that Western hospitality is always there. It's something we take a lot of pride in.
Well, we look forward to being there next year, and I hope all those notebooks go to good use.
Me too. Thanks very much.
Go to the MasterCard Memorial Cup website for information and tickets for 2013.
Well, no doubt in my mind, Saskatoon will put on a good show. It's nice to see Jack here.
It's a big year for your province.
It is. University Cup also will be hosted by Saskatoon. Lots of hockey. Lorne Mulligan, task for him is to get the Saskatoon Blades all set as the host club. Shawinigan, they were ready for this one. They looked great last night.
Oh, there's going to be a few penalties here. Glove punches being thrown. The nastiness starting to enter the fray here in the middle stages of the second period. And, Derek Laxdal said to Rob Faulds in that first intermission interview, hey, it's a bit of a feeling out process. And I think the entire first period was, just 11 shots on goal between the two teams. But now it's starting to get more physical. We saw Zach Phillips leave earlier with a left hamstring issue, but he's back on the bench and looks like he's ready to go back out and give it a test drive. And a couple of penalties result. Beaulieu goes back into the box for St. John, and it looks like Raczynski, or Peddle rather, will go into the box for the Edmonton Oil Kings.
Phillips looking pretty ginger on that leg, though. Yurko circles back, 4-on-4 out there. Plenty of room. First chance to see these two go toe-to-toe, 4-on-4. Martin Garnett, his size might come in handy. He's got the puck, trying to walk in front, drops it off for Griffin Reinhart. Reinhart will send it in deep. Lazar was back there too far for him. And Lazar misses it. Phillips saucers one that didn't land in time for Yurko to corral it. Yurko. That one's blocked by the skate of Griffin Reinhart. Henrik Samuelsson. He had the game winner against Shawinigan in Edmonton's first game.
Too many men.
Too many men on the ice for the Oil Kings.
Yeah, and there was as action, I mean, if that puck's not touched, it's an odd man rush going the other way. And now Samuelsson upending Yurko. And again, the nastiness starting to enter the fray here, but Mark Pezic comes on. And now if you get a look here at the man on the ice, left side of your screen, you'll see Pezic come off. Reinhardt's about to come off. You stop it right there, guys, and you'll just see there's Reinhardt about to go off. And then from there, too many men on the ice as Pezic touches the puck. You can roll it through there, guys, and we'll see Pezic touching the puck with Reinhardt still there.
Well, it'll be 4-on-3 for the Sea Dogs. That's one you don't draw up too often. So out comes the board for Derek Laxdal and his coaching staff.
Steve Hamilton, the other coach there, the assistant coach, and he's done just a brilliant job with the defenseman for the Edmonton Oil Kings. And his name is surfaced in a lot of job opening, not just in the Western Hockey League, but maybe some AHL or NHL opportunities as an assistant. And to a man, you talk to Mark Pezic, and he's been around this organization his entire career. It says Hamilton has been the biggest influence on his career, helping him to be a first-round pick of the Buffalo Sabres a couple of years ago, helping him the World Juniors this past year. So great job there by Derek Laxdal and Steve Hamilton.
St. John will go with 3 forwards and 1 defenseman. Pierre Durapo will be the lone defenseman. Coyle, Huberdeau, and Galiev. That's pretty talented up front. Face-off win for St. John. Durapo over to Galiev. 4-on-3 power play. Huberdeau, Galiev, the shot stopped by Brossois. The rebound knocked down by Gernak. Stolen by Huberdeau behind the net. Raczynski, Reinhardt, and Gernak trying to kill off this 4-on-3. Galiev doesn't handle that clean, gets possession back to Durapo. Sea Dogs patient here. Galiev, his shot, that's off the shin pad of Raczynski. Another chance for Galiev, gives it to Huberdeau. Cross ice, sticks got in the way of that. Couple of long sticks in there with Reinhardt and Gernak, 2 big defensemen. There's a shot, that one's blocked. Another chance, Brossois get over in time to stop Galiev. Durapo's shot, puck's loose, cleared by Gernak, and the Oil Kings send it down the ice.
Cobay's got a chance here. I mean, one change as Reinhardt goes off, and he thought about going up ice, but didn't do it.
Well, now they all got a change in as St. John had to regroup inside their own zone. P.J. Foster gets it, and he sends it down. It's now a 5-on-4 power play as Beaulieu and Peddle are back on the ice. They'll both stay out there. Gauthier sends it in. Foster chases it down, and Foster tries for the clear again. That is in the bench. So maybe got a little lucky there. Faceoff will be in the Oil King zone, but he's not going to get a penalty for it.
Yeah, he sure did. Really lucky there. Let's have a look here at this chance. Off a block shot, it goes right onto Galiev's stick, but Brossois does a nice job getting over that with that right pad.
How accurate are the Sea Dogs on that low shot to the post? Phillips scored in the first, and Galiev right there.
Yeah, that's something that they've taken their time to practice.
20 seconds to go in this power play. Oil Kings penalty killers have done a great job. Peddle trying to create something offensively. A couple of moves there. All the Sea Dogs were back. Got a shot from a sharp angle. Brossois sees Beaulieu speeding in, plays it ahead. Pezic. O'Shea moves it back to T-Sink. Samuelson's back on the ice. Oil Kings back to full strength. Samuelsson was serving that too many men penalty.
I liked his game. He's been excellent in this tournament. It's a great showcase for him since he only played half the year with the Oil Kings.
Well, and that might be why he's 75th among North American skaters. Now that everybody gets a good look at him, that might change a little bit.
Yeah, I think it will.
Reinhardt. There's a seeing eye pass right to St. Croix. St. Croix shot. That missed the net. Reinhardt, he's got a good shot. Low one, deflected. Gurnett pinched in, and right away Maxwell was back to cover up for him. Disciplined hockey by the Oil Kings. Reinhardt takes a bump. Oliver Dares moved it back. Shot through traffic. Oil Kings might have lost sight of it. 3 of them were standing there. Stephen McCauley over to Kevin Gagne. Gagne's shot. That one spotted through traffic by Brossois, and he caught it. The Oil Kings getting some good goaltending, some good penalty killing, and are still within 1. There's the in-arena Centra BNS announcer. He's having some fun with an Oil King fan. Plenty of Oil Kings fans here. Lots of Sea Dogs fans as well. Charlie Coyle speeding down that left wing side. Shot scores! Redirected in by Danik Gauthier. And the Sea Dogs go up 3-1.
We talked about a few guys missing in action for the St. John Sea Dogs, and they're all starting to come to the fore here, and it's Gauthier just getting enough of the shaft of the stick on this shot from Coyle. Coyle holds up over the line, creates a little space, and the shot bounces off a couple of things, but you have to love the pass by Gagne to set this up. Good hard pass, and it hits Gurnett, and then it hits Danik Gauthier before going into the net. Beautiful first pass there by Kevin Gagne, part of the reason why he was named a Steady Eddie this year.
Sam Cosentino, Steady Eddies. You don't win championships without those players. Don't always get the limelight. Come up with big plays and big games, and this is a big game for St. John. Stéphane Legault. His shot is deflected up over the glass.
You know, it's so important to transition, and when your defensemen have the ability to make that good first pass, it really sets up things for your offense, and Kevin Gagne did that on the goal. Look at this lightning pass. He stops, he gets everything behind it, boom. Now he sets Coyle free. He's got Coyle with open ice, and a good job by Coyle just to get it to the net, and Gauthier going hard to the net. A good team effort on that goal.
3:48 to go here in the second period. Oil Kings have to try to answer. Here's Kevin Gagne again, right off the face-off, picks up some speed, a soft dump, and it's perfect to Villemere. Sharp angle, McCauley missed the net.
Yeah, this line's been really good. This line has helped wear Edmonton down. This line with McCauley and T-Sink and Villemere.
Samuelson battling against a couple of Sea Dogs. He is tough to get the puck away from. Gagne knocks him down. Bodies everywhere. Stephen McCauley, lead pass. That gets to Villemere. He had about a second to make a play and couldn't do it. Lazard from a sharp angle. I got through Corbet, but went to the corner. Samuelson down to Legault. Scores! Now that's a goal. Legault, a beauty. And the Oil Kings are right back in it, down 3-2.
Well, this is the line that I thought was so good for Edmonton in the first game, and the guys in the panel pointed it out. Nick Kiprio's talking about the Legault, Samuelson, Lazar line, and here they go to work. Here's Lazar starting the rush. It's a little soft dump, a chip and chase on his own. Now that bad angle shot creates havoc. A failed clearing attempt, it's picked off. Samuelson gets it down low, and Legault has Corbet way out of position to make good on the goal. Just when you thought the Edmonton Oil Kings were dead to rights, right back in it, down a goal.
Derek Laxdal can lean on this line. They were so good against Shawinigan. They got the game winner. Legault set it up. Samuelson scored it. This time they switch roles. Samuelson sets up Legault. And just when it looked like the Sea Dogs had a 2-goal lead, might extend that, it's a 1-goal game. Another chance, Maxwell. He had 37 during the regular season. He's been a little snake bit in the postseason. Big save by Corbet. Galiev shot. Things have opened up here a little bit. Griffin Reinhardt has it stolen by Yurko. Maxwell gets it ahead to St. Croix, and Griffin Reinhardt's jumped into the rush. St. Croix pinched up along the boards by Beaulieu. Stolen by Maxwell. He walks in. That was actually Pelss looking for Maxwell at the back door. Maxwell in front. And Beaulieu just knocks that one down the ice.
Lazy play by Yurko on the failed reverse attempt.
Brett Raczynski trying to keep this pressure on the Sea Dogs. Mark Pesek has that one get by him. Keegan Lowe has Charlie Coyle closing. Lowe and Coyle bump in the corner. Huberdeau picks up the loose puck. Mark Pesek runs into the net. Little help there from Huberdeau, and it's knocked off.
A couple of World Junior teammates going at it. Now Petal gets knocked down on the far side. Charlie Coyle coming over to check things out. Danny Gauthier, most recent St. John goal scorer, in there. And there's Huberdeau looking around, and this thing was almost tied. We'll have a little look at the play by Maxwell. He and St. Croix with a little give and go, and that's a line that really needs to get going. And there's Yurko, just a lazy play on the reverse. Pelss jumps all over it, and it looked almost similar to the Legault goal, except for he shot it wide.
Yeah, Corbet bid on it again. It's going to be a power play here for the Edmonton Oil Kings. Danik Gauthier in the penalty box. This is after the play.
Oh, a good shot to the head of Petal. And again, plays over. You can't, against good teams, you just can't keep giving them opportunities by taking silly penalties. It's been evident in St. John's game right from the puck drop of this tournament. 16 seconds in on the Huberdeau elbow to Matt Rupert.
Oil Kings power play in this game is 1 for 3. They have a little momentum. Scored to close the gap to 3-2 and have come close in the last couple of shifts. Minute and a half to go in the period. Minute 44 to go in the power play. Reinhart slowly out of his own zone. Now using those long strides. McCauley moves it ahead. Garnett gets it over to Reinhart. Reinhart down to St. Croix. 45 goals during the regular season for St. Croix. Lazar is checked, and the Sea Dogs clear it down with a minute to go in the period.
And there's that man strength by Charlie Coyle. He's really starting to rise his level of play. Raise his level of play. He's been very good tonight for the Sea Dogs.
What a pass by Garnett. Shot to Lazar, but that great skating ability of Beaulieu, able to bump Lazar off the puck and send it down the ice. Down to 40 seconds to go in the period. Mark Pesek, full speed. Walks right in. Just couldn't get the shot away. The puck rolled off his stick, and Corbet gobbled it up.
Trying the Bobby Orr end-to-end rush, and he ends up going against a former World Junior teammate in Nathan Beaulieu. Mark Pesek's offensive game has really started to climb during these playoffs, and the game winner in Game 5 against Portland here, he tries to go end-to-end and split the D. And a good rush overall by the Buffalo first rounder.
Down to 32.4 seconds. Gerard Gallant trying a late change.
Yeah, it's not going to work. He'll plead his case, but it's not going to work.
Well, maybe he accomplished what he wanted to. T-Sink still out there, but got a little extra time to rest. Samuelson's been good on the face-offs. He's against Huberdeau. Samuelson wins it. Pesek. No lane to shoot. TJ Foster. There's Huberdeau sending it down the ice. 20 seconds to go.
Tried to get Coyle out there for that draw, Gerard Gallant, but disallowed on a late change.
Keegan Lowe has to deal with T-Sink. That's not easy to do, and that might about do it. Will Edmonton get one more chance? One more shot. Pelss needs to shoot. 2 seconds to go. Can they get the shot on goal? And they won't. T-Sink and Keegan Lowe will have a few words at the buzzer. And Keegan Lowe is getting called for that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure T-Sink isn't going to get one as well.
Well, we'll have a couple of penalties, at least one we know of. The end of this period. St. John much better in that second period. They have a 3-2 lead. Here's Darren, John, and Nick.
RJ, appreciate it. Looked like the official signified that they were going to have both players go off. It might be 4-on-4. Not sure about that. We'll wait for the official announcement. What did you think of Matthew Corbet? They get the 3-1 lead. Now you lean on a goaltender who's been through this to a certain extent before.
Well, he doesn't react. He plays big. He doesn't react. Like, oh, okay, nice move, but you've got to react. Get a stick out, get an arm out, do something. Don't just let the guy walk around. And now every shot from the corner hits him and goes right to the middle. He doesn't react and try and control the rebounds to the back of the net.
He has gone to the proper net.
Yes,
so far
that's
tonight,
right.
so that's an improvement over the other night. Does Edmonton seem right to you until that last couple of minutes?
Yeah, the last few minutes it looked like they were starting to relax, but some of these guys still have to play to your strengths, and I think Henrik Samuelsson's a prime example of that. I think he's real strong from the hash marks down, as we saw in the Legault goal, but here through the neutral zone. That's not his game, Darren, and it led to the too many men on the ice penalty. If he just gets it in deep and starts working down low, they're fine. They avoid the penalty. They didn't end up scoring on the 4-on-3, but it does tax your penalty killers unnecessarily.
We'll talk about the St. John skills, stepping it up and moving to the forefront as we continue in this second intermission. The leader of that, Jonathan Huberdeau, gets behind the defense and moves to the deep. And with that, St. John is rolling. Back with you tomorrow night here in Shawinigan for Game 5 of the 6-game round robin. A lot was made of Dale Hunter stepping down as Washington Capitals coach and his involvement with the London Knights here at this 2012 tournament. Well, tonight we can tell you he's in the seats, and Mark is up in the press box. Mark Hunter handling everything. They'll get together afterwards and plan a strategy for Edmonton. The Oil Kings leading on parent club, the Oilers, who dispatched their scouts to look at both St. John and London in preparation for this tournament, and so far they've done a pretty good job. The Oil Kings in a position to move to 2-0 if they can come back in this third period, but right now they're down a goal and they're going to face a key penalty kill early on in this third period after the 15-second mark. They need to kill that off and then focus on tying this one up. Although the way we've seen shorthanded goals go into this tournament, anything could happen as we bring in Rob Falls.
With Danik Gauthier, man got a goal in the second period. Tell me about your work ethic. I know the coach wasn't happy with your effort in game 1. Much better this game.
Yeah, he was not happy for the game 1, so he asked us today to just work hard and do a little simple thing, and I think we're doing it today.
What was his message in that second intermission? What did he tell you?
Well, it was kind of mad because we didn't come out like we wanted to do for the first period, but I think the boys understand that, and we just play the hardest we can for now.
Thanks, Danik. Good luck.
Thank you.
Danik Gauthier of the St. John Sea Dogs. Just a quick update on the ice, guys. I saw Mike Craig, and Mike said that the ice is holding up pretty well. Here's RJ Broadhead and Sam Cosentino.
Well, that's good news, Rob, because we've got a big third period coming up. Here's the play of the second period. It's brought to you by Kodiak Boots, designed, engineered, and built for over 100 years.
And maybe the ice had something to do with this. It's a good play here by Charlie Coyle as he takes advantage of the turnover. Huberdeau gets a step on Griffin Reinhart. Goes backhand to the forehand and beats Laurent Brossois. That's our play of the period. Jonathan Huberdeau, the captain of the St. John Sea Dogs.
Well, here's the scenario. Keegan Lowe took a penalty at the end of that second period. He's not alone, though. On the other side is Danik Gauthier. There's 12 seconds left in his penalty, so it's 4-on-4 for the next 10 seconds. And then Gauthier will be on the ice, and it'll be a power play for St. John. And Nathan Beaulieu knows exactly that. He's watching the clock tick down, and Gauthier's back on the ice, and you can expect the Sea Dogs to come now. That pass picked off by Jordan Peddle. Beaulieu getting his stick in the way. Smoothly got back. Jonathan Huberdeau comes in over the line. Circles. Waits for everything to get set up. Now some space. Just missed glove side. Charlie Coyle right back to Huberdeau. He walks in. Brossois stopped him point blank.
With the way Brossois came out to challenge.
Now a foot race. Raczynski trying to get past Coyle, and Corbet has shot that into the crowd. He shot it over the glass, and that will be a delay of game penalty.
How about that? Doesn't like handling the puck, and we have seen that throughout the course of the games we've done with St. John, and here he gets that puck too far out in front of him, and as a result of that, the blade's turned upward, and when he gets anything behind it, boom, there it goes. Delay a game penalty, and tough break to take for the St. John Sea Dogs, but great effort on the part of the Edmonton Oil Kings. That down ice pressure, that up ice pressure rather, forced Corbet to come out and play it.
We've seen their overagers, Jordan Peddle and Rhett Rachinski, on that penalty kill cause havoc, and that was Rachinski that time. Face-off win by Samuelson will be 4-on-4 for the next minute 7.
This Samuelson, he's a bear. He does everything you want. You want to play the physical game, yeah, no problem. You want to win face-offs, no problem there. Score goals, whatever you like. Gotta love the way this guy has started to develop here, and it's a huge victory for the Edmonton Oil Kings in bringing him aboard, because he just adds so many different elements. They were already a deep club before this guy came over from Sweden, and with his addition, he has really just allowed that depth to spread out even further across that Edmonton Oil King front 9 forwards.
Had the 2 assists tonight. There's a game-winning goal in Game 1, and there's his father, Alf, with Kevin Lowe.
A lot of proud National Hockey League fathers watching their sons. You know, all the situations these guys have been in, and they're more nervous than when they ever played. I mean, Kevin Lowe talked about it with Darren at the intermission between the first and second period. We saw Gord Donnelly, whose son Dylan plays for the Shawinigan Cataracts. He was nervous. He couldn't put a sentence together. And there's younger Samuelson.
Yeah, it's
probably not too far away.
Looks like Alf too.
They got the good white chiclets going anyways.
Yeah, well, you can see a proud papa there.
I don't know how real those ones would be, the way he played.
That's a good point. There's a bit of an ice issue in front of the St. John bench early on in this third period. You know, Mike Craig will be making a note of that. There's Henrik. What a tournament for him. What a good run. You know, you look at what Edmonton's done in the postseason. They kind of had a different guy step up every round. First round against Kootenay, Lazar. Foster was great against Brandon. Against Moose Jaw was Henrik Samuelson's maybe his coming out party, and he has carried it over into this MasterCard Memorial Cup.
And that was the perfect matchup, because Moose Jaw with that big, strong physical defense, Samuelson, easy to see why he was able to battle through that Moose Jaw series.
St. Croix. There's a giveaway. Now Galiev's off to the races. Stan Galiev coming in, makes a move. Brossois, the save is Pesic. Got back just enough to not make it an easy move for Galiev.
Didn't flatten it.
St. Croix, again, kind of the same spot. Lost the puck. Griffin Reinhardt saucers one up to Galiev, uses those old baseball skills, makes the catch, and then heads into the St. John zone. Nine seconds to go in 4-on-4. Keegan Lowe standing up, and then it will be a short 49-second power play for the Oil Kings. Lowe is back on the ice, and Beaulieu skating the puck. He'll circle back and kill off a few more seconds. One of those players, so fun to watch him skate. Roussel had to be strong there to get that puck out. Well, this is a power play for the Oil Kings, but it's puck possession for the Sea Dogs. Pierre Durapo fires it down. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Martin Garnett. He's one of those players, property of the Edmonton Oilers. Got it ahead to Lazar. Jonathan Huberdeau steals it. Passes behind Charlie Coyle. Only a few seconds to go in the power play, and that was a pretty good kill by the Sea Dogs.
All about puck possession, and they had it most of the time.
St. John's outshot Edmonton 22-17 and lead by a goal. Garnett moves it ahead. Iwanek reached for it. Keesink takes a hit. Keesink steals the puck. McCauley goes to the front of the net. McCauley bumped by Iwanek, and Keegan Lowe moves it ahead to Clark Wilson. Clark Wilson gets crunched by Bill Mayer. Mitch Miraz has it knocked off his stick by Jason C. Garnett's in there to follow up. Garnett rolls one right through the blue paint. Too far for Clark Wilson. Miraz takes a big hit from Bill Mayer. Then he bumps into Iwanek.
That's the type of game Bill Mayer needs to play.
And here he comes with Keesink. Keesink gets it to Bill Mayer. Oh, a big save by Brossois, but what a shift by Bill Mayer.
Yeah, great shift by this line once again. McCauley, Keesink, and Bill Mayer.
Roussel with that howitzer. That was deflected right on, and Brossois stopped it.
Good stop by Brossois. T-Sink got a stick on it.
Beaulieu with a big shot. That had to sting. Keegan Lowe didn't flinch. Kristians Pelss in front of his own bench. Stolen by Zach Phillips. In front, Yurko reached for it. Tyler Maxwell, overage player from Manhattan Beach, California. There's a turnover. Yurko. Phillips calling for it. Yurko circles the net, and it's knocked off. Reinhardt diving to stop Yurko, knocked the net off.
Well, the St. John Sea Dogs with a couple of good chances, but Laurent Brossois has stepped his game up here in period number 3. Right off the turnoff, the turnover earlier, and you'll see T-Sink get it in. A shot by Villemere, and a good stop, and then Galiev earlier on. He takes a full advantage of the turnover, and again, Brossois is there to make the stop. So Galiev and Villemere with 2 good chances for St. John, and Brossois being there at his best when he's needed to be.
Good chances in the first 4.5 minutes of this third period for St. John. Edmonton still staying within a goal, within striking range. Yurko, he's been dangerous. One of those finds by the Detroit Red Wings. Stefan Legault ahead to Curtis Lazar. His shot misses. Now Zach Phillips with the 2 imports, Galiev and Yurko. Phillips from Harvey Station, New Brunswick. Samuelson reaching for it. Yurko kept it in for a moment. Curtis Lazar, such a good skater. Here he comes over the line. Legault. Samuelson's in front, but he couldn't get the puck to him, and Corbet gloved it.
He tried to get it low pad and look for the Samuelson rebound. Legault was maybe the timing was off to make that pass, but Samuelson once again going hard to the net. Corbet didn't give up that rebound. You look at the depth of these 2 hockey clubs in this Legault, Samuelson, Lazar line has been really good, and on the flip side, it's been the T-Sink McCauley line that has worked so well for the St. John Sea Dogs.
Big face-off win. Keegan Lowe through a crowd. That one didn't get through to the net. Gordon Kettle, he's out there with Rhett Raczynski. They're both overagers. They play with TJ Foster. And this is a grind line. Charlie Coyle, he'll take a bump from Raczynski, gets it ahead to Gauthier, and he pokes it out to center. Gauthier all tied up, leaves it for Huberdeau. Huberdeau back to Gauthier. He wants in. That shot deflected wide by Pesek. Huberdeau, one-time shot. That was a rolling puck and went up high. Kettle takes a bump, can't get it out. St. John hemming Edmonton in.
That puck management's been a bit of an issue for the Oil Kings in this period.
Keegan Lowe battling with Gauthier. It goes in deep. Now Pesek will have to deal with Huberdeau. There's some strength from Pesek. Gordon Kettle chips it ahead. Foster can't come up with it. Gauthier, he's at the end of the shift. Fired it in. T-Sink's back out there. Villemere trying to get it behind the net. Villemere will take a hit from Iwanek. McCauley to the front of the net. He was poke checked by Brossois, and puck came and hit Brossois. Iwanek, loose puck as he walks in over the St. John line. There's one up high on Corbet. The rebound's there and cleared aside. Now the net's off as Villemere fell into the goal and knocked it off its moorings. Some end-to-end action. Still looking for our first goal of this third period. Here's the game review brought to you by Toyo Tires, driven to perform.
3 points combined for Huberdeau and Coyle, so they've started to pick their game up. Pelss with his first of the tournament, the Edmonton prospect, and the St. John Sea Dogs struggling in the power play. Just 1 for 9 in this tournament with all that high-end skill.
Off the face-off, Villemere gets it to center. He'll rifle one in. That'll bounce right in front of the net, and Brossois hung on to it.
And you know, T-Sink's going to get in there and throw a little snow his way. Max Villemere was picked up from the Drummondville Voltigeurs in a trade. And he reported to St. John and then decided he didn't really like it, went back home, and then the Sea Dogs coaching staff convinced him to come back. And during that course, for forgot to get his card signed properly, and they had to forfeit a game against the Gatineau Olympique. But Villemere happy where he's at right now.
Well, they're happy to have him. This third line has been giving Edmonton all kinds of headaches. Get another chance there.
They've done a really good job at jumping on loose pucks. And, you know, Derek Laxdal said to us before the game that he wanted to be able to put pucks in good spots. And his team just hasn't been able to do that consistently here tonight. T-Sink, good job protecting the puck on the forecheck. And Villemere waiting on the doorstep, but Brossois shuts it down. And that T-Sink, McCauley, Villemere line once again with a good shift.
Samuelson wins another faceoff. Legault sees Durapo pinching in, fires it down the ice, and that will have plenty for icing.
So we've talked a lot about the defending champion, St. John Sea Dogs, but it's the Edmonton Oil Kings who really had an amazing year in the Western Hockey League. When you think about getting through the Portland Winterhawks, I mean, the Moose Jaw Warriors, I mean, what a battle that was.
Sweeping Brandon, that doesn't happen very often.
The Brandon Wheat Kings are perennial, you know, top team in the Western Hockey League. So it's been an amazing year in which this Oil Kings team that is young and very talented has probably arrived on the scene a year too soon. And you know what? We have not seen the best from this Oil Kings team yet. I can promise you that.
Another chance in front. What a play by Garnett. Phillips looked like he had an open cage, and Garnett dove and got a stick on it. That is a big play in a one-goal hockey game. Kevin Gagne teamed with Pierre Durapo. They're a combined +5 in this game. Galiev skates it out of his own zone. Keegan Lowe stick checks him. Lowe over to his defense partner, Pasek. Ahead to Lazar. Lazar's crept up. That will draw a penalty. Galiev will head to the penalty box, and Edmonton will go to the power play.
A little long on the shift for Galiev. He goes to the box for the trip, and check out Garnett. He's at the bottom of your screen. As he dives back, it goes off his stick originally, and then it goes off his stick once again on the shot from Phillips. Sends it over the net. And there's Galiev getting tied up at the blue line. He goes to the box for a trip. And a golden opportunity for the Edmonton Oil Kings to tie this thing up.
1 for 5 on the power play tonight. Garnett lost the puck. McCauley's off to the races, trying to outskate Garnett. Gets a shot. Garnett wasn't going to let him pass. What a job for Martin Garnett to get back and not allow McCauley a clear breakaway.
So nice when you're tall and you have that long reach.
St. John dangerous short-handed. They scored 2 shorties against London. Foster with a bouncing puck. Leaves it for St. Croix. Now back to Griffin Reinhart. Reinhart doesn't shoot. Moves it over to Garnett. Down low, TJ Foster. Foster comes out of the corner. He's knocked down from his knees. Played it to Garnett. Shot from Reinhart. Kicked aside by Corbet. Foster bumps with Beaulieu. Beaulieu takes the puck and sends it down the ice.
Good body positioning. Separates man from puck. Gets the puck down the ice.
Seemed to be a little more urgency in this Oil Kings power play. 55 seconds to go. That one stolen by Huberdeau. Stolen right back by Samuelson. Now Gagne trying to clear with a hard blast off the boards and couldn't get it out. Durapo wraps one around. Pesek stands his ground. Good job by the Oil Kings to keep it in the St. John end. Maxwell in front. Samuelson can't get a shot. Charlie Coyle has Huberdeau with him. He'll backhand one down and head to the bench for a change. 19 seconds to go on the power play. Samuelson redirects it in. T-Sink quickly to Roussel and quickly right back out of the zone. Now the final few seconds. Reinhart with Yurko right on him. Reinhart gives it away. Yurko has it in the corner. Galiev's back on the ice. St. John has killed it off. They're back to full strength. Beaulieu has been flying out there tonight. Their lead pass just behind Galiev, and it will be icing against St. John.
Griffin Reinhart about to make his mark in the National Hockey League at the upcoming National Hockey League draft, but this family has its fingerprints all over it. Father Paul, of course, played the National Hockey League, and before that with the Kitchener Rangers in the Ontario Hockey League. Max was a third-round pick of the Flames, ended the season with Abbotsford. And how about Sam Reinhart? Everyone talking about him already being the first pick overall in the 2014 draft. He played in this event last year with Kootenay in Mississauga. Griffin ranked 10th by National Hockey League Central Scouting, but there are other services such as McKean's that has him ranked 4th overall. So it'll be interesting. I think he goes well inside that top 10. I love the calmness in his game. I love his strength. He may be the most National Hockey League ready of any of the prospects.
He's big. He's got a little offense in his game already. He's been solid back there tonight for the Oil Kings. Raczynski trying to walk in front. Galiev dangerously near the top of the glass. We talk about the prospects on Edmonton. St. John is a veteran-laden squad. A couple of rookies in their lineup, but they don't see a lot of ice time with all the powerhouse forwards that St. John has. It's still a 1-goal lead midway through the third. Well, there's a look at the Oil Kings, and that defensive core has been good, blocking shots, and that man had maybe the biggest blocked shot of the game, which leads us to our save of the game, brought to you by Aaron's Lucky Dog. More features, lower prices, better products. Nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
It's funny how things work out. Gernot will get his stick to deflect that puck to Phillips, but then he gets down onto his knees and uses that big stick once again to knock that puck over the net. There's no question Phillips scores there. Gernot, you lucky dog.
Hasn't happened often throughout the year where the save of the game doesn't go to a goalie, but that's a big one.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, a 2-goal swing at this point, that'd be tough to swallow for Edmonton. But you know what's funny? The Oil Kings, they won their first game, didn't play their best. Here they are against the defending champs. They got about a half a period left. They're only down a goal.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be in a lot worse situation right now. And like we said earlier, we have not seen the best from this Edmonton Oil Kings team. You know, the one thing that concerned me about this club coming in is that it was such an emotional high to go through the playoff run they did, that 7-game series against Portland, and then to be able to regenerate that passion, that excitement, that intensity here in the MasterCard Memorial Cup. That's a tough thing to try and get back. And I don't think it's quite back yet. It looks like it's slowly coming, but it's not there yet.
Samuelson leading the charge in another rush. Has it in the corner, makes the pass to Griffin Reinhart. Sottner didn't get much on that shot. Stefan Legault comes up with a loose puck. This line has really put some pressure on the Sea Dogs tonight. There it is to Samuelson. Couldn't get a shot away. It was blocked by Durapol. Vilmaire slowly over the line. Decent hits to the front of the net. That was deflected, and Brossois stopped it. That one goes out of play, and that was off a St. John player, so the faceoff will be outside.
Well, Vilmaire hearing it from that Edmonton bench as he goes back to the bench. But an interesting story. He was signed as a free agent by Drummondville, and so Dominic Ricard able to turn that into a couple of picks going back the other way for the Voltigeur. He's from Shawinigan. I saw him out having lunch this afternoon, so taking in some of the action.
Under 8.5 minutes to go in the third. St. John leading 3-2. They lost their first game of the MasterCard Memorial Cup to London. St. John hasn't lost back-to-back in over 2.5 months. P.J. Foster rolling puck. That whistles up high. Raczynski comes up with it. Side of the net. Tried to tuck it in. Lowe retreats into his own zone, leaves it for Foster. This line so composed for the Oil Kings. There's a shot, another chance. Raczynski got it. Puck finally pounced on by Corbet. Peddle and Raczynski tested him.
And Coyle not wanting to be goaded into a penalty by Peddle thereafter. And does a good job backing off after he took a swipe in the helmet. Now, this first shot creates a huge rebound, and that forces Corbet to have to be big once again. Good drop pass to Peddle, and And then he follows it up, does Rachinski after the pass, and gets his second opportunity.
Phillips and Maxwell on the faceoff. Oil Kings control. Griffin Reinhart. That one got through a maze and Corbet somehow saw it and stopped it. Reinhart has that one bounce over his stick. He'll have to hurry. Galiev trying to get to it. Knocks it away from him. Now it's Yurko. Yurko walks in. There's a save by Brossoit. Galiev and Yurko have combined for 11 shots on goal tonight and don't have a point.
Good efforts, though. I've liked both guys working on the back check as well.
Pelss in front of the net, knocked away immediately by Gagne. Keegan Lowe hustles over to get it. Maxwell, one of the overage players. Crowd reaction to the Oil King fans here. They wanted a penalty there. They're not going to get it.
Durapo thought he had one. And as soon as you throw your arms out to the side, you admit guilt, and Durapo did that.
Pelss steals the puck, takes a shot off the stick of Durapo. He checks to see if it's broken. Seems to be fine. McCauley ahead to Bill Mayer. It's stolen away from him. Pelss. Ahead to Lazar. Lazar walks in, tried the short side top corner. Corbet got a piece of it.
That's all because of Pelss on the backtrack. He's able to pick that puck off in the neutral zone and turn it back the other way for the Oil Kings.
Oil Kings have stepped it up here. Looking for that equalizer. Under 6.5 to go. Lowe comes in. That one's lofted out by St. John. Now Pesek will have to hurry. He gets to it before Bill Mayer.
They're more two calm guys than Mark Pesek and Griffin Reinhart.
Boy, be tough to find them if there are. Samuelson over to Legault, and it's stolen away by Roussel. McCauley has Huberdeau with him, has T-Sink with him. Now Samuelson the other way. Legault stretches to stay onside. Corbet makes the save and is able to hang on. The Oil Kings stepping the game up a little bit, trying to find that equalizer. Lazar just missed.
Coming up following the game, Yvonne Gosbank, Ken Reed will have Connected for you. That will be on Sportsnet East and Ontario. And at the top of the clock, Sportsnet Pacific has Texas against Seattle. And on West, it's the LA Angels of Anaheim against Oakland. Connected, and then a little baseball on Sportsnet.
And a little bit to be determined here in the final 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
I really love the pushback by Edmonton, starting to increase that intensity, increase the urgency, and starting to show what made them so successful through the Western Hockey League playoffs.
Shots are 29-25 in favor of St. John. Sea Dogs lead the game by 1. Face-off win for the Oil Kings. Griffin Reinhart. That's off the outside of the ankle of Roussel. Beaulieu moves it ahead to Huberdeau. Roussel ahead to Gauthier. He gets it out to center. Coyle ahead to Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau in front. Knocked away by Griffin Reinhart. Gauthier comes speeding in to steal it away. The goals and points leader for St. John in the regular season. Bernat using that long reach. He's got the longest stick on the Edmonton Oil Kings. 6'5" defenseman. Oh, there's a dangerous play. Coyle spun and fired, and Griffin Reinhart got a stick on that.
Again, I'll touch back to what Derek Laxdal said. Hey, we need to really get pucks in good areas. This team has had trouble doing that consistently here tonight. And here's a situation where Gernat is a backhand and just wants to get it out to Reinhart. But even if he gets it to Reinhart, it's still an extremely dangerous play because Reinhart's got his back to the play. He doesn't know who's coming in behind him. And as it turned out, it was a turnover to Coyle, and Coyle had his shot deflected over the glass. Tough play. Sometimes pressure will do that to you. It'll force you to make decisions before you want to make them.
Phillips beats Iwanek on the draw. Iwanek was owning the faceoff circle. There's a shot from Phillips, and that is a huge save for Brossoit to keep his team within 1.
Well, it sure is, and he is really batting down the hatches here in this third period. Galiev in front, and all it takes is that little tiny opening. Good positioning by Galiev, and he's able to get it out in front to Phillips on the backhand. And oh boy, it doesn't take much for these guys to create offense. Love Brossoit though. Love him in the third period.
There's another couple of chances off the face-off by Zach Phillips, and we saw how creative he can be, scoring the first goal of the game. Sharp angle, and he just slid it in the short side. Yurko speeding in against Samuelson. This will come to Brossoit. He'll play it to the corner. Hessick digging at the puck. Samuelson is Phillips tied up. Galiev, a shot. Brossoit knocks it to the back of the net. As in behind the net, not across the goal line. Hessick moves it ahead. The go is all he can just to move the puck forward, and Pierre Durapont moves it ahead to Gagne. Samuelson end of his shift. Lazaro head for a change as well. Garnett picks that off, throws it ahead to St. Croix. St. Croix barreling in. That's Villemare. He's had a good third period for St. John.
He's skating well. He's really good when he moves his feet and when he plays physical. Villemare is at his best.
Kevin Gagne dumps it in. McCauley gets to it. That one bounces over the stick of St. Croix, then over the stick of Beaulieu, but Beaulieu able to get back. Knock it ahead to McCauley. Tyler Maxwell and McCauley all tied up along the boards. St. Croix digs it loose. Pelss, he walks in. Pelss, those feet were pumping, looking for a little extra space.
He's got a big league shot. You don't want to give him too much space.
Pelss working hard to get that loose puck. He hasn't taken it out of fifth gear on this shift. Reinhart over to Maxwell. There's a save by Corbet. Beaulieu trying to knock it away, and he gets it down the ice. Won't be icing. Reinhart and Villemare. They'll bump in the corner.
Well, I know this. If this were 2 days ago, there's no way it would have been icing because it wouldn't have reached the icing line. The ice has been a lot better here tonight.
Yeah, it has held up much better in this third period. Under 3 minutes to go. Oil Kings in their own zone. TJ Foster can't come up with that. Durapont, he'll just keep it deep. Boyle's back there. Charlie Coyle, property of the Minnesota Wild. Letting things set up in front. Tons of traffic in front of the net. Coyle with that strength guarding the puck. He'll go back into the corner. Still has the puck. Now Huberdeau. Huberdeau's shot is deflected way up out of play.
By Gernat's stick once again. But the St. John Sea Dogs happy just to wear down the Edmonton Oil Kings in their own zone. Take some time off the clock. Play a safe game. And for the Oil Kings, some of that urgency we saw in a pushback about 4 minutes ago has escaped them. But plenty of time left here. We'll keep an eye on Laurent Brossoit as this thing starts to wind down. 2:18 left.
Samuelson and Phillips on the face-off. Another big draw. They're all important now. Phillips with a clean win. Legault comes up with it. Turned it over. Phillips able to keep it deep. Keegan Lowe muscles Galiev for that puck. Yurko gets it back to Galiev. Galiev, property of the Washington Capitals. Mark Pasick digging at it. Lazar's in there. Pasick trying to come out with it, and he's checked by Galiev. Pasick falls. Galiev from a sharp angle. He might have been trying to shoot that on net.
Yeah, I think he was. Hey, why not try it with some of the goals we've seen in this tournament?
Galiev knocks Pasick down again. Now they both fall down. Zach Phillips scores. What work down low by Galiev and Yurko, and Phillips was waiting in front. Got that puck and buried it.
Yeah, and they're dog tired going to the bench, these guys. I mean, they just outworked Edmonton here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is a hockey goal where they simply pound this puck down low, and they work it and work it and work it until they get the opportunity. There's Galiev. He can't take it to the front of that. He doesn't give up. He comes down hard on the stick of Pezic, and then following it up is Yurko. And Phillips, being that F3, the third forward high, is in perfect position to take this Yurko pass and bury it.
Second of the game for Zach Phillips. He said after game one, no excuse. We had to be better. That was not a good game. St. John has been better. Thrown in front of the net, another chance. Gauthier stopped by Brossoit. Minute 20 to go in the game. Gagne can't clear. Pelss Can't get it by Huberdeau. Bernat will have to stall for a moment. Maxwell was still offside. Last minute of the third period.
Here's the other thing you have to consider, RJ. We're going to go into uncharted territory here with 4 teams 1-1 through this first goal in the round robin. That's never happened. According to Patrick King, you go back to 1983 when this became a 4-team tournament. So now you have to be considered about the goals for and against. That's what I was getting to here. And now the Edmonton goalie's out.
Extra attacker on for the Oil Kings. Bouncing puck. Boyle just flicks it in the air, gets it up to the neutral zone. Final 30 seconds. Samuelson waits. Now his teammates are onside. The puck loose in front. Corbet saw it, poked it aside. Low shot. That goes over to Foster. He just couldn't get a handle on it. Luczynski behind the net. Legault tried to throw it in front. Huberdeau trying to steal it away. Now he's got it. Sends it up high. Final 10 seconds. The net is empty. And T-Sink will take the goal. Happy birthday, Ryan T-Sink. His 19th birthday, and he has the 5th goal for St. John, and they will even their record at 1-1.
And there, we'll remember this goal, because this is this goal differential thing that we've talked about. And you know, RJ, when we came into this event, we looked at these clubs. Shawinigan, yes, they got beat out in the second round, but everyone knew they were going to be a worthy host. Then we looked at the 3 champs, and we said, oh boy, do we have a tournament? The 3 champions won their regular season in the respective leagues. They won in the playoffs. They made it here to the MasterCard Memorial Cup. Now, we have 4 teams, 1-1. This is something else. Never happened before.
What a MasterCard Memorial Cup tournament we have. Every team has played twice. Every team has won a game. Every team has lost a game. It is tournament on. Anybody's MasterCard Memorial Cup. St. John knew they had to step up, and they did. A 5-2 win over the Edmonton Oil Kings. Here's the insurance goal of the game. It's brought to you by your local insurance broker. To score your insurance goal, your best insurance is an insurance broker.
Well, the St. John Sea Dogs come back, and after a very lackluster performance in their first game against the London Knights, they get great work here on this Yurko Galiev-Phillips line, and it's Galiev originally on the forecheck, then Yurko comes in to back him up, and it's Phillips with the finish.
Zach Phillips, 30 goals during the regular season, an 80-point season for him. He gets 2 in this game. Backstopped by Matthew Corbet. St. John outshot Edmonton 34-27. They win on the scoreboard 5-2. And now it's time for play of the game. It's brought to you by Bauer Hockey.
Now the St. John Sea Dogs put up 5 goals, and this is a great turnover for the St. John Sea Dogs. Coyle turns it back up ice. Jonathan Huberdeau with a good finish. And the captain was much more composed tonight. And as a result, the team followed. What happened? It's a St. John victory.
The St. John Sea Dogs win. So now we've got 4 teams at the MasterCard Memorial Cup, all at 1-1. Connected's next with Ivanka and Ken.